All right, greetings and blessings, all my revitalizing warriors out here. Welcome in to the lesson of teaching you some Pilates. So, for some of you, you may know that I'm also a Pilates teacher. And, Pilates is a mind body exercise that incorporates the breath as, the foundation of the core strength that's happening. Okay, so first of all, your core muscles are not just, the front, the six pack in the front of your abdomen. Your core muscles actually wrap around the entire section. Okay, they wrap around the entire midsection, going from your sides all the way to your back into your spine. And so I'm going to show you some exercises that I want you to practice. And so this is really great before you start into your yoga practice. After you just finished your meditation and your breath work, this is really good to go into some warming up the spine and just firing up those core muscles. So here we go. So after you have, emptied that last exhale all the way out through your nose and extended your arms down by your side, you are going to then start to plant your feet one by one. Oops, sorry about that. Let's go back to the full screen here. All right. So planting, as I said, planting your feet one by one here. Let's just get this set up here. Here we go. So planting your feet one by one, about hip bone apart, you'll notice. And again, if you want to first just watch this and then practice, or maybe watch and then practice while it's playing, however you learn best, just follow suit with that. Yeah. All right. So feet are now hip bone apart. And what you want to start with are called pelvic tilts. So watch how the pelvis moves from the abdominals. Okay, so I'm going to show you the breath. So this is my inhale right here. Okay, I'm going to pause the video. So right here, what I'm doing is reaching the tailbone away, trying to create that space under the low back. So our spines have the natural curvature that goes in. Okay, so Pilates is great for really realigning your spine by developing this deep strength, physical strength we're talking about. And so as we develop this deep strength and this deep connection to what's referred to as your power center physically in your body, and as we've talked about before, the emotional center being underneath the belly button, your core strength is a lot of your emotions as well. So we tap right into that fire. Okay, so I'm going back and forth, and the inhale and exhale is going to be in through the nose and out through the mouth. And so we're going from what's called neutral to imprint. Imprint is when the low back is flattening down to the mat. Inhale, neutral, exhale, shh. Okay, so your exhale is now going to sound like that. Breathing in, reaching the tailbone towards the mat. You want to think of creating that space, ribs expanding, and then as you breathe out, you're going to start to go into your bridges. Okay, after you've done, I would say with each of these, although in the video I'm really only showing you about 3 reps, I would say do 10. 10 really precise. Take your time. There's no rush. And really feeling those muscles contracting. And so you have this corset muscle that wraps around your rib cage from front, sides, and back, and it connects where your sternum is. Okay, so you can always visualize that. Visualization is great in Pilates. Okay, so continuing, we're lifting up into the bridge. We're rolling back down one vertebrae at a time on the exhale through the mouth. Then on the inhale through the nose, the tailbone reaches for the mat, find the space. And then exhale, start to tuck under and roll the hips up again. Okay, pressing through the feet, the hamstrings, the glutes. We're really trying to focus on using the core to feel each vertebrae in the spine. Leave the mat from bottom to top. And then once you come up and you've done your last one here, we're going to start to go into single leg lifts into what we call tabletop. Okay, so we're going exhale. Lower the foot, exhale, lift. And you're trying to keep the stability in your hips here. Keep it. Keep the knees in line with the hip bones. Use the inner thighs. Get that mobility here, but that stability same time, that balance. Everything has correspondence. Yes. Okay, you're going to reach that right leg up to the ceiling and start your 10 pulses here. Now, I want to remind you the pulses on the inhale, you're releasing your glutes, your uterus muscles or your pelvic floor muscles for my guys out there. And you're releasing some of that left hamstring, and then you're squeezing everything in and up as you press back up. So I'm going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, lower the foot, and hips are still pressing high at the same level. Check to see. Left leg comes up to tabletop, reach it to the sky. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Release and squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it high, bend the knee, lower the foot, but keep the hips lifted. Take a breath in, reach the arms up over the shoulders, and exhale as you roll back down one vertebrae at a time. Then here you can open the arms out. Take a big sigh. Always feels good after that. Yes, side to side of the knees, little rolling in the pelvis and the spine, little readjustment that feels good in your body. Okay, now when we go into our abdominal work here, where I'm going to show you what's called the Summer Abs Series. Again, we're doing this before the yoga practice to really fire up the core center of the body. Pilates and yoga are literally the yin and yang of each other, or dark to light. They just really balance each other. Okay, so we want to work in this neutral pelvis with the little gap under the low back. So you're going to take hands behind your head, elbows out wide. You're going to exhale, belly button draws in, legs come to tabletop. We're going to start with these little toe taps. Okay, you can think of a 3 count going down on the inhale and a 3 count to lift back up on the exhale. Okay, you want to actually really have your feet in line with your knees. Even in this video, my feet could be lower than my knees. Okay, just a tad. So we're keeping the space under the low back. That's what I'm doing here right now in the video. I'm putting my hands underneath my low back. Elbows here out wide. And you're trying to keep the rib cage down. Okay, those upper abs engaged and fired as you're doing these toe taps. You're going down and back up. Okay, once you've done 10 of them, take hands behind the head and start what we call Abdominal C Curves. So I want to outline right here. This is the C shape that you're trying to make from these muscles right here. Okay, those upper abs, but they go all the way down into your low belly as well, and they all suction together. Okay, so it's inhale, lower the head, neck, shoulders. Exhale, curl back up. And you're trying to maximum come up onto the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Okay, inhale, lower, exhale, curl up. Reach the legs out this time, arms by your sides, shoulders down. Now you can move the arms with this movement as the legs reach out. Okay, on this next one, we're going to hold. You're going to hold and go into your 100. Now, you're going to be pumping the arms. The legs stay reaching out at 45, or they can bend into tabletop, which is what we were just doing. It's all about the breath here. So let's try it. It's so it's 5 inhales through the nose and 5 exhales out the mouth. Okay, you're pumping the arms while you're doing this breath. 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. As an option, you can move the legs down when you inhale, up as you exhale, as long as your low back is stable. Okay, you're trying to keep the abs in the front, breathing into the sides and back of your ribs. One more set right there. And then we're going to be going into our single leg stretch. Inhale 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull the right knee in, then the left leg in. Okay, hands can go to shins or one hand below the knee, one hand to the outside of the ankle. Just like so, I'm staying stable with that head, neck, and shoulders using the core. Stay in your capital C shape with your head, neck, and shoulders. Then we go to double leg stretch. The arms and legs reach out on the inhale. It's like you're taking off a hat as you reach the arms overhead, and then they circle back around, draw the knees in. And again, inhale, exhale, circle around. Okay, then we go to single straight leg stretch. We pull the right leg in. We're holding on to the back of the calf if the shoulders can stay down and you're still on the bottom tips of them on the mat. Okay, it's 2 exhale pulses as you pulse the leg towards you without moving the head, neck, and shoulders. So it's exhale, exhale, inhale, switch. And notice when I'm pulsing, it's pulsing from the core. Belly button draws in. Belly button draws in. And going slow motion, really being mindful and precise of the form of your body. And then hands behind the head for double straight leg stretch. Legs together, reaching up over the sacrum. We use 3 inhales to lower the legs. So it's inhale, 2, 3. It's exhale, lift, 2, 3. And you can think of it as a continuous movement down, 2, 3, So you can use those continuous inhales, then it's right into crisscross. Oh yes, we've seen this at the gym before, but Pilates style, look how controlled that is. Shoulder, you're thinking shoulder to knee or armpit to knee instead of elbow. That'll give you a deeper twist. And then once you finish here, you can always hold before you finish there, and then lower the head, lower the feet, and release the pelvis. Release the legs out long. You can even reach arms overhead here if you wanted, and take a big breath in and out. Then you would start your breath in and out through your nose and rise up on the inhale. Tall spine, and lowering the palms to the thighs on the exhale. And that is your core centering. All right, I'll see you on the next lesson. So yes, incorporate this into your practice as you're learning step by step. Hotep, Ire.